Oh my God, Saturday night was insane. Welcome back for the weekend recap. And so far the weekend's been pretty freaking good.
The party was a success, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, so Saturday night we had our red light special party in Oxon Hill, Maryland, and it was an outstanding party in that a lot of different faces for the people involved, and everybody still meshed well together, and I'm pretty sure just about everybody had a good time.
Do you want to tell them what a red light special is so they know the difference?
I was thinking you might do that.
Okay, I will do that. Would you like me to do that?
There's a lot of things I'd like you to do.
So, a red light special is a little bit different than our regular parties. We are what we like to call social swingers. We are what we like to call social swingers, which means we have a red light special is different than our normal parties because, let me explain what our normal parties are like first. Because we consider ourselves social swingers, it's not just about the sex for us. The sex is awesome, it's a big part of it, but it's not the primary focus for us, for the most part. We like the social aspect. We like getting together with people of like minds, hanging out, talking, joking, whatever. So during our normal parties, we have a 2-hour social period where we just sit around. It's just like a regular house party. There's music playing. We probably have the PlayStation there, and we're playing video games. We're sitting around talking, visiting, catching up on what we've been doing since the last time we saw them. You know, just generally speaking, just, you know, catching up, being social, hanging out, having a good time, chilling. And then after that 2-hour period is over, we all go over, you know, introductions. We introduce ourselves to each other. A lot of times it's not all that necessary because most of us have been there before, but there's usually 1 or 2 new folks or people who may not have been there the last time somebody else was there. So, you know, we go around and do introductions. We go over rules. We talk about what our personal boundaries are as far as individually, things you will and won't do. As far as couples, you know, whether you should ask the mate to play with them or not, which is generally speaking the way to do it. So, you know, we go through all of that stuff before we
Break to play.
To go play. A red light special has none of that. A red light special is basically you get in, you get naked, you get it in, and then you get out. On. Right. The red light comes on, and everybody, you just go for what you know. And because of this, it's generally not one we suggest newbies come to. I prefer that newbies don't come to it because a lot of times newbies have this perception of what they think a swing party is, generally speaking, because of what they've seen in porn. And the red light special is probably the closest thing to that vision as you can get. And I don't want newbies thinking that that's all swinging is. I want them to understand that there's actually a social aspect to it, at least when they come to ours. There's lots of other parties out there that's what it is, and that's what it's about, and that's fine. But for us, I prefer that they understand that, you know, we know each other fairly well, not, you know, extremely well, but we know each other fairly well, and we're comfortable enough with each other to be in that situation, whereas that is not always the case at other parties.
One of the things that is a concern for me in regards to all that is that while People think that's something that they want to get involved in. They think they want to jump in, and there's bodies everywhere. Very few people can actually handle that. You know, it's one thing to have a fantasy about such things. It's a whole other matter to find yourself in the middle of it. That is not a thing that everybody can handle. They are thrown off by the number of people, who's beside them, all the noises. Some people just have some insecurities that cannot be overcome that fast, especially when you haven't been around the people on a more consistent basis. So that's one of the reasons I don't like to have them there. You know, the fantasy looks good. The reality sometimes doesn't taste good.
That's a whole other issue. Anyway, so you know, we had our red light special. There actually was a new person there. New to us anyway. New,
and one who was newish.
Right, one that was new and one that was newish. The new one actually showed up early, so he kind of got his social time in.
Did he? Because somebody wasn't taking a shower when to talk about all the geek stuff we like to talk about.
Oh, he was a fellow geek gamer type nerd dude. This guy, like, makes his own cosplay props. Like, he actually made the box from Zelda that you open, you know, the chest that you open, any of you gamers out there who are watching us, when you play Zelda, if you find a chest and you open it, it plays this music. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. So he made a chest that looked just like the box, that when you open it, it plays the you found the treasure sound. Like, dude, why are you not doing that for a living? Nerds are rising up. They will buy that. They have money. You should do it. And he's like, yeah, but, you know, I got a family. I got to do this. I got responsibilities. And I get it. I do. I understand. But he could probably make so much more money doing that than he could at his job he's working now.
Yeah, but, you know, you got to pay the bills now.
Yeah, the leap of faith is scary. I get it. I have to sneeze. Came out as a cough instead. So he got there and we were chatting and going off on tangents, and it took me almost 2 hours to get in the shower. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so party went great, and that was a huge part of our weekend thus far. Next day, my wife kind of knocked out after she stayed up late last night. And then I sat on the couch for quite some time watching her sleep. And I kind of watched some YouTube videos and kind of chilled out.
Well, I didn't go to sleep until almost 6 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
I was up.
I know. I heard you.
Sorry. I don't know how you heard me this morning.
I was, and I know. And then I had to go pee. And then I heard you. And then I came back out again. And I heard you some more. You were talking to some chick who was louder than you, which is amazing. I'm just saying.
Did you just call me loud? I am a soft-spoken, delicate flower.
Will not disagree with you. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. We would think about going to see a movie and all that,
but we have Xfinity, and we can see as many movies as we want.
Yeah,
I know you wanted to be in the element now, doing things.
I just didn't feel like going out. That's why I didn't get up and press you about it.
We were pretty busy last night.
I wasn't that busy. I wasn't nowhere near as busy as you were.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there, and I don't carry a nightstick.
Gotcha. Anyway, she'll have to relay that story one day.
I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. Can't prove anything.
So,
except
moving
this video.
Yeah, that's what I spend a lot of my morning doing too. I edited video and such for our website. so that our members can see the fun we have. But at any
Because you
rate,
can only see it if you've been a member, if you're a member, a paying member.
if you're a member. Anyway,
You have to be a member to see it. And to be a member, you have to have as much vested as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Which means you have to have come to a party. At least once. And participated. And been on camera.
Anyway, so coming up this weekend, we are going to go to a friend of ours' party.
The owner of the Kitty Den, her birthday.
Yes, is next weekend, and we're going to help her celebrate. The party lasts from Friday to Sunday, but we're just going to be there Saturday night and Sunday. So if you're interested, again, the link in the description. Clicking on that will help get you some information so you can sign up if you're interested in doing so. Before that party, however, we are going to go get something to eat around the area of the party. We will be announcing that again on our social media and our email list. We're still kind of figuring out where it is that we might want to eat or what we want to eat, but we'll announce it there.
It might be cool to go to a Japanese steakhouse and take up the whole table. If we can get like 16 people to go with us.
So you want to find one up there?
Yeah, that would be kind of awesome.
You heard it from us.
But if we're gonna do that, we got to get 16 people who want to go and watch an Asian guy set stuff on fire
And pop stuff in your mouth.
and throw shrimp at
In
you.
a not as fun way as I'm thinking. That looks like it. Anyway, so not to hold this up anymore,
We have been talking a long time.
link in the description for the party coming up. Check our social media outlets for where we'll be right before the party. And I guess that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
So until later.
Deuces.
If I tell you now, will you keep on loving me? If I tell you how I feel, would you keep on bringing out the best in me? You give me the sweetest taboo. You give me the sweetest taboo. Too good for me. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this way before. There's a quiet storm, that is you. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this hot before. Giving me something that's taboo. Sometimes I think you're just too good for me. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I am in love with you. You give me the sweetest taboo. Sometimes I think you're just too good for me.